don't think, my mom has always said this, she says being a young adult is like one of the hardest times of life, and I couldn't agree more, because you're trying to figure out so many things just for yourself, but then also trying to find someone else that, I mean, if that's what you're called to, if that's what, you know, your vocation is, but also trying to find someone else who, you know what I mean, has the same values you do, but then, you know, it's like, you're never gonna have it all figured out before you get together. Like, we're like, oh, I gotta figure it out and get it all, you know, nice and pretty in a box with a bow on it before I can jump into a relationships are messy. That's just how they are. They're never gonna be like ready for one.
No,
no matter how much you think you know together either. Like, no, you don't.
Yeah. I think that's, we've talked about that a couple of times, even with marriage, where, you know, people who move in together before they're married and stuff, like, because they want to like practice being married. You can't practice being married until you're married. Like, that's the point. Like, you can't be good at marriage until you're married. I can't remember why we were talking about that, but it was something like, well, how are we going to figure that out? And it's like, well, we can't, because we're not in that season of life yet.
Right.
But you're not supposed to, because you're supposed to figure it out once you're in that season. Like, we have what we need for this season right now, and that's okay.
Yeah, I heard something cool on different podcasts. I can't remember, but like the guys were talking about like being married young and like they didn't have stuff figured out, and these guys are like famous. It was the Daily Wire, so they're like those guys that are like very successful at this point. And when they started, they had like nothing. And like they were saying, like, I'm glad I was not established or not like didn't have my whole life figured out before I got married, because I became the person I am now with my wife. And if I were my own established person, like it would have, there'd have been more clash. If it's two fully established people coming together, and you know, have their lives, you know, figured out or whatever, there's gonna be more to clash or hard, like it's hard to
if you're
mesh
set
that.
in your ways and like the way you think everything should be done.
But if you build it together, that's a lot of what they were saying, and I thought, oh, that's good to know, because I really don't feel like I have myself figured out.
Right. It is easier to join two moldable pieces of clay than two rocks.
Oh, yeah. That's a good visual.